You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority at all.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 WTF British moments of February 2021.
Come on, man, stop lying to the TV, man. Liar.
Would have been better being hot, obviously.
One of the Sunday newspapers reported that Richard Bacon, a Blue Peter presenter, had taken an illegal drug.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the most unbelievable news stories from the UK this month. Let us know in the comments which one you've spent the whole month talking about. Number 10, the genius dog.
3. Yes. Le. Yes, le. Yay!
Is this the smartest dog in Britain? One woman in Bradford certainly thinks so, and brought her cockapoo Willow onto This Morning to prove Willow's talents. According to Willow's owner, Charlotte, a teacher, during the lockdown, she's taught her miracle dog how to read.
Your whole name. Good girl. Can you write your name the same as Willow?
Willow is capable of spelling her own name, counting to 10, and knowing that she's going to appear live on This Morning to be interviewed by Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. Everyone can't help but be amazed at Willow's talents, but is it all just a clever trick? Well, perhaps not, because there is evidence that dogs are smart enough to recognize words.
Can you find, have a look, Holly? Yes, you can find Holly.
Number 9, Blue Peter Tortoise.
They believe that George could be over 80 years old.
In 1998, a scandal like no other hit Blue Peter, the world's longest-running children's show and a British institution. Right before the show's much-awaited 40th birthday, presenter Richard Bacon was unceremoniously fired for making a joke about doing drugs off the back of one of the Blue Peter tortoises.
One of the Sunday newspapers reported that Richard Bacon, a Blue Peter presenter, had taken an illegal drug.
But this old story re-emerged in 2021 because Bacon appeared on the show Unforgivable, grilled about the scandal by Mel Giedroyc.
White lines.
Well, he gave them coke.
I didn't give any tortoises coke.
Right.
Though it was more than 22 years ago, Bacon still found himself in the news when he was forced to deny that a tortoise had ever been involved in his drug abuse. Number 8, Michael Jackson escapes prison. The King of Pop may have died in 2009, but his name lives on in one notorious British prisoner who happens to also be called Michael Jackson. This month, Michael Jackson of Derbyshire was able to escape the prison HMS Sudbury, accompanied by another prisoner who, unfortunately, doesn't have a funny name. Both Michael Jackson and partner in crime Alex Rigby are on the loose somewhere around Derby, though they could have fled to another part of the country by now. Police are advising people to keep an eye out for the convicts. And how did these masterminds break out of Her Majesty's prison? Well, they just walked out apparently. Number 7, Chris Witty abused. As England's chief medical officer, Chris Witty has been a staple of the news cycle and the government's regular press briefings for the last year. But one teenage boy apparently didn't think much of Witty's efforts to keep the British public in good health and made a video of himself verbally abusing Witty in the street.
Come on, man, stop lying to the TV, man. Liar. You're a liar. He's a liar. You're a liar.
A bizarre media storm followed the outburst. The boy, who puts his own face in the footage without so much as a mask, was easily identified and got in a lot of trouble with his mother. He was forced to apologise and had his PlayStation confiscated.
Shame we blurred his face, because he should be on a billboard and it should just be idiot.
The child was widely criticised by MPs, journalists and other public figures. Number 6, bottle of urine.
Family meal times. You're only as happy as your fussiest eater.
One student in Bournemouth got more than he bargained for this month with his regular HelloFresh delivery. Oliver McManus was treated to a Coke bottle full of piddle and promptly shared images of his welcome bonus across social media. How unlucky do you have to be to get a bottle of wee in your very first HelloFresh order? HelloFresh UK swiftly apologised and blamed the delivery driver, though plenty of people online warned that it may have been a mistake done by a driver caught short while working. Still, as long as the whiz was fresh, like the name implies, can he really complain?
We've done everything so that all that they're left with is the fun bit, cooking and eating.
Number 5, the Force is wrong with this one. It's no secret that it hasn't been easy to get your hands on a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, with thousands of people in the UK still waiting for restocks to get a console. But that doesn't excuse the offensive tirade this Star Wars superfan from Clacton allegedly went on when somebody else's brand new Xbox was delivered to him by mistake.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
The Clacton Gazette and Chelmsford and Middle Essex Times reported that ObiWan Kenobi, which is legally his name, was arrested and charged with assault for allegedly abusing a man who came to collect the Xbox and was eventually given a £317 fine for the ordeal. It's clear that ObiWan Kenobi himself would never behave like this. Perhaps this fella should go and rewatch the films.
So uncivilized.
Number 4, 6 centimeters tall.
Hello, Dennis. Oh, careful.
Liverpudlian Liam Thorpe didn't know what had happened when he, a perfectly healthy 32-year-old with no underlying health conditions, was invited by the NHS to get a COVID-19 vaccine. But it turned out he'd been on the receiving end of a bizarre error in the NHS's computer system, which had decided he wasn't 6'2", but rather 6.2 centimeters tall. This gave him a BMI of 28,000 and meant that he was on a high priority list for the vaccine. Luckily, Thorpe is an editor for his local paper, the Liverpool Echo, so he was able to tell this weird story to the world after he ensured his dose went to someone who needed it more. Number 3, Weetabix and Heinz.
Congratulate Weetabix and Heinz baked beans
Yes,
today,
we have some this morning.
because they put up this ridiculous tweet.
In a sweep of marketing genius, Weetabix and Heinz baked beans teamed up for a crossover like no other, peddling Weetabix and baked beans as an alternative breakfast cereal. Weetabix's viral tweet caused quite a stir, garnering responses from the likes of the Citizens Advice Bureau, the NHS, and the police, all advising against trying to eat this concoction. Heinz apparently didn't mind the strange combination and said they supported people eating their baked beans whatever way they please. And a few people said it wasn't too different to beans on toast. But it's still a meal few would go anywhere near. Except for Piers Morgan, of course, who tried it on live TV.
It would have been better being hot, obviously.
Number 2, Joker jailed.
Simple. We kill the Batman.
The so-called Joker of Nottingham certainly wasn't laughing when he was found guilty of GBH this month after a violent incident where he dropped a bowling ball on a passerby. Luckily, the Joker's victim survived the attack, but it wasn't the only crime he committed. He was a frequent menace in Nottingham and the neighbouring village of Gotham, often seen dressed up as the Joker himself. Since at least 2016, he's been known to the police, who have arrested and charged him with various offences, and he's now been sentenced to 16 years in prison. I guess we really do live in a society.
We live in a society.
Number 1, Handforth Parish Council Meeting.
I was thrown out of the meeting. So was
Quite
Councillor
rightly.
Burthill, so was Councillor Brewerton. Please let the chairman
Mrs. Weaver, please.
speak.
If you disrupt this meeting, I will have to remove you from it.
Local politics aren't generally an interesting affair, even for the people who are actually involved. But all that changed when one volatile meeting of Handforth Parish Council went viral. The chaos began when the chairman, who nicknamed himself the Clerk, got on the wrong side of Jackie Weaver.
You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority at all.
Weaver was forced to place the chairman in a virtual waiting room to get the meeting back on track, much to the ire of some of those present.
I'd like to elect a chairman for this meeting.
You don't have to elect a chairman, there's a chairman already installed.
Insults were flying, people were shouting, and it seemed nobody was in charge. Jackie Weaver has since become a national treasure for trying to keep the council under control, and subsequent meetings have been attended by rowdy gatecrashers up and down the country.
What should we know about Jackie Weaver, this phenomenon?
She's Britney Spears.
Yes.
You agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.